That's how I felt the minute he came around the corner past that B pillar and saw John's stupid face, and he's like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" All right, here we go.
All right, let's go.
Ooh, my beer.
Shout out to Doom.
Yep, Doom. Awesome.
100 Nelson Road North on a silver Mercedes.
I'm noticing a smell. I'm 20 feet away, but I am noticing a smell.
Well, first of all, there's just this plastic bag hanging out of the back of his trunk as the cops walking up.
I thought we were watching the intro to the show again. What a shithole
how
cartoon
ironic
place that
is
he
the
lives in.
dead end sign right next to this.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we get the irony.
Mike, as an officer, you're walking up on a car and you see this bag hanging out of the back. What's your first thought?
I'm a little concerned. I mean, there could be a lot more clear plastic in the back of that trunk. I have no idea. And then after contacting the driver, I would be doubly concerned there was something in the trunk wrapped in clear plastic, potentially.
Well,
Billy Bats is in the trunk.
No, it's like a hoof. A hoof or something.
This car's a mess.
Hi there, Officer Care with Cape Coral Police. We pulled over your tag expired 6 months ago.
Sorry, I was trying to hit 88 miles per hour. Sorry.
Look at
The
that.
name's Professor Irwin Corey.
Oh my God.
I just moved here from California. I got to go to the...
Hold on, I gotta bring it back.
Sorry, I just smoked a cartoon exploding cigar.
Just auditioned for a cover band of Smash Mouth.
I thought it was a tunnel. It was just a tunnel painted onto a mountain.
Whiskey Roadrunner.
Hi there, Officer Care with Cape Coral Police. We pulled over your tag expired 6 months ago.
Yeah, I just
Any
moved here
reason?
from California. I got to go to the DMV. I just got my Florida driver's license.
6 months ago.
So he walks up, he says, your tags are expired, and right away he's saying, I just moved here.
Yeah.
Which
is a lie.
It's
Yeah.
my tags. The tags. Yeah, I was hoping to put them up and be in full compliance. Maybe we could take care of it right here in Brainerd.
Oh, yeah, sure. So he already has the information, right? The cop already has the information.
Yeah.
So right away, John's lying right to his face.
Right.
Yeah, the cop came in a little hot off the bat with the 6 months, idiot. Like, why were you're wasting my time right now? And if you watch the rest of the video, we followed him for I don't know how many miles. He was also speeding and driving like an idiot. So what are you going to do?
It should be very apparent to any driver at this point, especially a 60-year-old who has driven his whole life. You've been pulled over. You kind of get to know the vibe of the officer.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I would call, in a nice way, a no-nonsense cop right here.
Yeah.
Not here for the conversation.
Mhm.
This guy is doing his job. He don't want to hear excuses. And John, the king of excuses, God forbid he takes responsibility and goes, yeah, I screwed up, officer. I apologize or whatever. But no, I just moved here. Like he's got to make an excuse.
I can tell you right now, this cop was over this stop before he even got to the driver's window. He was over it already. He was over this shit.
Well, he's probably used to seeing something like that 6 months overdue and going, okay, there's already paraphernalia in the car.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's high on something. He's just getting himself like, all right, let's fucking go. Let's just get amped up and let's go hit this guy up.
Melendez, eh?
My guess is it was a call with the wife. He's like, I gotta go. I'll see you at home. And now the fuse has been lit. Next guy that walks in, you're fucked. You're fucked.
So 6 months ago, any reason why we didn't renew it?
Oh, I just got here. I was in California. I drove from...
I was in a block of ice, and they thawed me out.
Carbonite.
Why did you kill that person? Well, I went to the movies.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. It has no Well, I just got here. Well,
Yeah.
and 6 months in California.
What? You might as well go. Why is your registration expired? My shoes are loose.
Might as well say that. That's about as equally important to the actual question I just asked you, idiot. Yeah.
Now-
Why are you 6 months unexpired? Oh, I just got here. I don't know what to tell you. I'm very sorry.
I
know.
just moved here. These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Exactly.
Mike, visually, you're walking up and you see this guy. What's your first thought?
I want to quit. There's been a few times I've said to John before we do a video on the channel, he'll preview the video for me, and it's some cop like being an idiot or doing something really, really bad, and I'm like, I just don't want to do this job anymore. And that's how I felt the minute he came around the corner past that B pillar and saw John's stupid face, and he's like, oh, for fuck's sake. All right, here we go. And then the royal we was my favorite. That's the most asshole cop language of all time. Oh, how come we have not dealt with the registration? Why are we an idiot? Yeah. I feel his pain. And this is, by the way, this is why when a cop walks into a situation, he seems like an asshole right off the bat. He's gone to 11 off the bat. He's dealt with 5 idiots like this in a row. And now he's here for your loud noise complaint at your daughter's 16th birthday party. He's not interested. He just wants to get done with this shit.
Yeah, there's always another side to this shit, you know? People don't think about it. All right, hold on.
Yeah, but on a personal level,
Yeah.
Just that hair.
Yeah.
Why? How do you leave the house with that?
Air conditioner's not working, so I gotta have all the windows down.
Just got a fresh glaze.
Wait, he looks like he drives like Ace Ventura with his head out the window.
I tell you, if I pulled up to his car and I saw somebody that small in the driver's seat,
Yeah,
I'm like, is this a child with a disease? Like, what's going on with this person?
Does your dad know you have the car?
Officer, you may recognize me as Kramer from the Seinfeld.
You want me to autograph your book and write the N-word?
Back in April, when you were in California,
Yeah.
why didn't you renew your registration?
I wasn't asked to yet.
I wasn't asked to.
Right.
God damn it.
Now, is that a committee that does that, or how are you asked to renew your registration?
I spent 22 years in California in San Diego, and so every year, about a week before my registration was due, a couple of like Jehovah's Witness types would knock on my door with like a basket of fruit, and they'd be like, "Mr. Willever, we would like to invite you to renew your registration next week, if you don't mind, terribly." And I would accept the fruit. You know, I was new to California, and I would go renew my registration. It was very nice. That's how they do it.
Again, let's say you're 20 years old. You just got your license. You're a college girl, something like that. Oh, your registration's overdue. Oh my God, how do you know? Who tells you? Who? He's 60 years old, this guy. How many years do you have to drive a car to know the repetitive things that you got to take care of? In some states, an inspection has to be done. Registration in every state has to be renewed at some point. Obviously, your insurance and your license. These are things that should be reflex at 60 years old if you've been driving your entire life. This, to me, if I was the officer, tells me, all right, the sloppy car, the hair, the plastic coming out of the trunk, and the fact that he's trying to make excuses. This is an irresponsible person. This is a person that doesn't know how to go through life as an adult.
Yeah.
You guys have seen Key and Peele's Anger Translator, where it's Obama in front,
right.
And the other guy's behind him. I needed Anthony like over my right shoulder for my entire career. I was like, "Sir, the reason I stopped you today is," and Anthony's like, "You fucking idiot! Your registration's expired 6 months."
Well, this is one of the reasons he failed as a father, because that's the kind of stuff you teach your children.
Yes,
got to renew your registration. You got to do your that's a basic stuff.
Yeah. But you know, Anthony, to your point, what's instinctual for him, what's instant for him is to say, "I didn't know," or "Oh, not my fault. How was I supposed to know?" That is his go-to instead of
I put the stink in instinctual.
He really does. Let's get back to stink.
Yeah.
I mean, they should put expiration. They should put expiration dates on these things.
Yeah. You work for the electric company? They did the same thing to me. I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, Frog, or anybody in chat, but didn't he tell a story years ago of taking his kid for their driving test with his car and then found out when he got there that he needed to renew his insurance or his registration or something? Couldn't even use the car for the test.
Wow.
He had to go back, I think.
Jesus.
It's crazy.
No one here is surprised by that.
No, Shuli, that didn't happen to him once. That happened to him 2 years in a row, if you remember.
Oh, that's right. That's the reminder. He shows up and they go, "You're a fucking idiot." He's like, "Yep, you're right. I forgot about that."
I wasn't asked to yet. I didn't get a thing in the mail yet.
You don't have to.
All right, but usually I get
License and registration.
I love Scott. We're not doing this today. All right. Yeah,
Right.
Give me your stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. See your California registration.
I'm trying to see if I can add something.
I like John's look right there. He gives him the license. The cop looks at it. John, I swear to you, he's looking at him like, come on. You know me. Like looking right at his eyes like, Stuttering John Melendez. Nothing.
Ringo.
I didn't get a notice in the mail.
How am I supposed to know?
I didn't get a notice, officer.
Yeah.
Please don't be stern with me, officer.
He picks up the phone. He goes, "Who's this? Jay Leno. What are you doing calling me?"
At least I wasn't jaywalking.
Officer, what did you do with the money?
How about I show you my registration tonight? Show you it tonight.
They've ever pulled over a celebrity and have they ever like tried to get out of here and like
the hope in his eyes right there that this officer knows this idiot.
See your California registration.
Are you a fan of arm wrestling in the NFL? Maybe you know me from that.
Yeah, I think this ticket will be one too many.
Let's see if I can add something.
Is your wife making you a roast like the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar roast?
Maybe he knows my stand-up. Let me try this. You two fucking? Oh, it's only one of you. Sorry.
So that's a warranty for discount tires. That's not what I need.
What? What?
Wait. Watch, Mike. Watch.
People hand you all kinds of crazy stuff when they're trying to hand you the registration, like old birthday cards and all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah, watch what he gave him. How would you let me go with a stern warning?
No, it's a 2014 Toyota.
He gave the registration to a 2014 Toyota.
Why is that even in his car? Why is it even in that
his
glove?
daughter totaled?
Okay.
Holy shit.
Mike, at this point, do you tell him to get out?
No. I want this to end as quickly as possible. If I don't suspect he's impaired, no. Just give me your stuff. I want to write this ticket and move on with my day. I'm losing IQ points. Like the clock's ticking. Let's go. Chop chop.
I love it. Because everybody in the Dabbleverse watches this and they're like, how did he not give him a field sobriety test? And Mike's going, the guy wants to end his shift and go.
Yeah.
He's reaching into a pile of papers. Here's a joke I wrote for Jay.
What is that? The Gary puppet? Oh, no. Sorry.
No, I haven't. Somebody could be in my trunk.
The black box is because his ass crack is showing. Is that true?
When he said it could be in my trunk, I'm like, oh, we want to look in the trunk, do we? Are we sure about that? We're 100%?
Yeah, his
How does
registration's in the
100%.
trunk.
How does one's registration end up in the trunk?
No.
Like at some point, you'd have to put it in the trunk. If you have it in your hand, it goes in the glove compartment.
Right.
Last time I checked, it was behind the spare tire in my glove box. Let me check the trunk instead.
I have a theory.
Okay.
Okay.
When he was driving cross country, he stopped at Vegas beer can bottled sales Jerry.
Right.
He left important documents in a trash bag along with other mementos at Jerry's. Jerry had to mail that stuff out to him. Admiral Lazy here picks up the box that he mailed it to him in, takes the box, puts it right in the trunk, doesn't pull the registration out, just throws the whole box, goes, my registration's in there. If I get pulled over, I'll just cut open a cardboard box and start digging for it.
Let me grab this box cutter, officer.
Yeah. That's my theory.
Could I use your gun to shoot this box open?
It's detective work. You follow the no money to the lazy, and it works every time.
This is another example of how irresponsible John is. This just gets the officer like frustrated.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me, but at this point in my life, having driven my entire life, having knowing what documentation you need to present to an officer during a traffic stop, I have it all right there in my glove compartment. No other nonsense is in my glove.
Right.
It's the stuff you need. You have a center console for nonsense and all that. The glove, when my insurance cards come and you could print them, whatever it is, when it gets renewed, you take it out to your car right away. You get rid of the old one. The registration, you get a new one. You get rid of the old one. You put the new one in there. So when you get pulled over, everything is right there. It's less stress on everyone involved.
I hate to break it to you, Anthony, but in my 30 years of experience, your attitude represents about 20% of the population.
Wow.
It's not bad.
True.
Really
I have a
is.
clear plastic sleeve. The registration and insurance goes right in there. And it's there sitting on top.
Yeah.
I have a letter. I have a letter in a plastic bag that I put on the window that says, I'm not driving, I'm traveling. I don't have to adhere to your rules, man.
Listen.
This road pirate's going to write you a ticket today, sir. I'm sorry about that, but we have to. We're going to impede your travels. The Articles of Confederation are not going to help you now. You're out of luck.
All right, fascist.
Yeah.
Habeas corpus, Your Honor.
Habeas corpus.
Could be in my trunk.
Yeah, normally cops walk up to a car, there's smell of weeds, coming out. He's got cat shit and piss coming out of that thing. Can you roll your windows back up, sir?
Okay, go in my trunk.
No, you're not going to get out of the car. All right, John, I'll be back.
You know what would have been really funny, Shuli?
Out of the car to check his trunk.
If he did recognize me, he'd be like, "All right, John, I'll be right. I'll be right back. Be right back in a minute."
Sit tight.
Sneaky vehicle, I will say.
Yeah.
ASSHOL.
All right, sir. Here's that back.
What? No, I'm just talking to my friend. He's a cop.
So,
you know him?
All right.
Wait, Mike. You gotta hear this. Listen
I
to
heard
this
it.
move.
I heard it.
Talking to my friend. He's a cop.
So,
do you know him?
All right. So this here is a citation for having an expired tag.
Doesn't even acknowledge it. That fool was just perfect, by the way. I don't even acknowledge that stupid question.
Yeah.
Oh, you know a cop? Oh, I probably know.
Well, that's his name, Aaron Kopp. You know him?
What is he in Florida? There's like 15,000 cops. Yeah, I'm sure I know your friend, the cop.
Yeah, I know a
very
few
much.
cops.
It is one of the most ham-handed attempts at trying to get out of something that I've ever been witness to.
Yeah.
He thought he played this out in his head. First of all, it's a cop. If there is even a cop on the phone, it's a cop he met at a bar in Florida somewhere when he moved there. It's like, oh, Stuttering John. Yeah, I'm a cop, man. Here's my number if you ever need, a cop.
Right.
And John pulls the card And he's got this whole scenario in his head where the cop goes, "Oh, wait, oh, he's a cop here? Who? Oh, yes, Officer Flanagan talked to the cop on the scene." And then they're like, "What? Stuttering John? Okay. Oh, here's the ticket. John, I'm so sorry. You just go. That's what he thought. Meanwhile, what does he get? The cop doesn't even hear what he's saying.
Does John even say the name of the cop he's talking to?
Never.
No,
never.
He says, "Do you know?"
Yeah.
He hands him the phone. He's like, "Sir, this is David Caruso from CSI Miami. He's not really a cop."
There is a worse attempt to get out of a ticket. I believe it was in Cannonball Run 2 when the chick pulled her zipper down and it was a female cop. I believe that failed harder than this, but this is a close second.
John tries to get out of tickets like he tries to pick up women. And it's,
he puts no effort into
suave.
anything. Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. You know him?
In a couple days, it's going to be more than 6 months. Okay? Because why that's significant is it comes, you get pulled over twice, and it could actually become criminal.
Up on the guy.
All right?
Like there was a guy there in the first place. You know?
So,
I gotta go.
I'll see you at home. Feed the cats.
Yeah, I think he
back when you,
That guy's contact was cop bar Fort Lauderdale or something. That's how he had David
Right, exactly.
Yep.
I think he pulled a Kamala Harris on him, to be honest with you.
you got pulled over in April, you should have been told that your tag expired back then.
Oh, I got pulled over in April?
Yep, you got a ticket.
For what? Don't remember.
Whoa!
Do I need to put you in for a driver's re-exam?
No, I just
You don't remember? That's only 6 months ago.
What did he ask him, Mike?
He said, do I need to put you in for a re-examination? Basically meaning, are you still mentally competent to operate a motor vehicle in this state? Which is a good question. Like, getting pulled over is a pretty significant event. Most people remember being pulled over. So he's acting like he doesn't remember. That's nonsense. So I would ask the same question. Yeah.
I remember every instance that I've been pulled over. I remember every time, even years ago. I might not be able to give you the exact date, but if I was pulled over 6 months ago, I'd be able to go, "Oh yeah, it was speeding. It was 70."
And he got a ticket. It wasn't even just a polo. Yeah, he got a ticket for it.
Yeah, right. It wasn't a warning.
Yeah.
It was a
ticket. Got a ticket. And you know damn well that cop said, "Hey, your Reggie's expired. Right. Make sure you get that taken care of. It's only like a month, so I'll leave you alone, but get it taken care of." What does stupid do? Nothing.
When people ask, like, why don't officers write more warnings? Honestly, this is why. This is the poster child for not writing, because it doesn't work. Right. You know, people need a little, it has to sting a little bit. And if it doesn't sting, which it didn't for Dum Dum here, he doesn't remember 6 months ago. Get out of here. That's nonsense.
The re-exam question's great. Do I have to put you in for a re-exam? Are you retarded? Are you stupid? Are you Alzheimer's? What do you
official
got?
way of saying, what are you, stupid?
Yeah. Are you stupid?
You couldn't have picked a better person to ask that question to.
Yeah. This is John in a nutshell, because he claims to be the world's smartest person. Mensa, knows everything until he gets put in a corner. Then he knows nothing.
Then I don't know nothing.
Everything.
That's put in a corner. Do you remember being pulled over and given a ticket 3 months ago? You know what? I don't have the foggiest.
Just moved here. Well, I understand that. So you should remember that you just moved here.
Okay.
However, back in April, you got pulled over for doing 66 miles an hour in opposed to 50 over here on
By the way,
Bedstore.
actively not listening. The okay. Shut up. Listen for a second. This is why you don't remember shit, because you talk too much. Yeah. Listen to what I'm telling you.
So he said he got pulled over for a 66 and a 50 while he was out there.
Okay.
That's not Kevin Brennan speed, but it's, it's impressive nonetheless.
Yeah.
I mean, look, in that community where, I'm sure they're looking. It ain't hard to find.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
So this here is a non-moving violation, okay?
Yeah.
So there's no points associated with this. So you need to go to the DMV now and make an appointment and get that registration transfer.
DMV, that's when they tow your car when you break down.
No, that's AAA. No, that's when you have a drinking problem. They send you to AAA.
Well, this guy went to AAA to renew his license and was like, then I had to go to the DM. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
Here's Here's another thing he's doing that is just so stupid. At this point in the traffic stop, it's done. It's over. You've been written up. There's no getting out of it with your phone or anything else. Just nod, smile, and go, because the cops, by law or policy, he's explaining what John needs to do to dispose of these tickets and whatnot. And you just, anytime, it's called keeping this as short as possible for you and the cop. And you're supposed to just sit there and go, yes, sir. No, I got it. Cool. All right. John is like, I take this and go here. It's the dumbest thing you can do besides, pull a gun.
Yeah. Yeah. Not to mention the guy's leaning over here. He's grabbing, he's opening the glove box. He's going, can I go grab stuff out of the trunk? There's a bag hanging from the trunk.
John has the right to remain stupid, and he's he's nailing it all up.
You imagine he starts reading him those rights. He goes, way ahead of you. Save your breath.
But he has his hangover eyes. Those are his hangover eyes when it starts, when it's down like that.
Oh, of course. On him, it's just called eyes.
An appointment and get that registration transferred over to the state of Florida.
Okay.
Okay.
So I just take this to the DMV or no?
No, that's not good. That's a ticket.
Oh.
However, you need to bring your card down to the DMV.
What do these do?
Ticket. Yeah. What game? To what game? What an idiot.
So I just draw on this and mail it somewhere.
Where do I scratch off to try to win the money?
Now they'll have a prize for me when I show up with this.
Now these weird symbols on this piece of paper. What are those?
Can I pay in chippies?
Right. Have you ever had a person confuse a ticket for something they had to go to the DMV with, Mike?
Yeah, all the time. I can't express to you my initial estimation of, as soon as he came around the B pillar and saw his stupid face, he's like, I just want this to be over as quickly as possible. And it couldn't, and he just wouldn't let it end. He wouldn't let. So what do I do now? I take this somewhere. What do I do with it? Do I mail it? Do I sign it?
I was talking about this today on my show. I got a parking ticket in Greenville because it's cheaper to get a ticket in parking than it is to park in New York. Yep. So for me, I'm just like, I'll park in this parking space and I'll get a ticket. I don't care. But I would have to be profoundly retarded to not be able to figure out how to pay it or how to do anything. There are more instructions on tickets now than you would ever possibly need. Different ways to pay them online, by phone, mail it in. They let you know if you have to appear or you can just send it in. There's no need to listen to the cop recite that. That's what he's got to do. Like I said, just go, yup. Keep it as short as possible. You're only able at this point to talk yourself into more trouble.
Right.
So shut up. Let it end.
You say sorry and thank you.
Right. It says here on page 2, si quieres apagar este boleto, puedes ir a la... I don't know what that means. Are they in Florida? Well, they're in Florida, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Cape Coral. The Mecca.
Registration transferred to the state of Florida.
Okay.
Before it becomes 6 months old.
And how much is the ticket for?
So that one there's 3 ways you can take care of that. Option 1 was pay the fine of $113. Option number 3 allows you to show that you fixed your registration.
I have a toothpick in my purse. How much money do you give me for that? Sir, this isn't let's make a deal, sir. This is a ticket I'm giving you.
The only thing you didn't do is go,
I would like to ask the I'm sorry. I would like to ask the officer here. Sir, did you like being asked how much tickets would cost?
Yeah. That was my favorite thing.
Isn't it great? Because the cops are just like the ice cream man. You just ask them how much is the push-up pop or the cone or something. Like, just whatever it is, John, that's what it's going to be. Him knowing it, not knowing it, telling you or not telling you isn't going to change the amount. It's just going to prolong the agony of this traffic stop.
Right.
I'm surprised he didn't say maybe Mr. Lincoln and Mr. Washington have something to say about this.
Right.
Now, Shuli, what did he go to court for that year when he was in? Remember, he had to go to a Zoom court, and
This was it.
This
No.
was it.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. No, he's right. He's right because he ended up having to pay $10 because he got the new registration before the court date.
Court fee $10. Yeah.
Yeah.
15 or something like that.
Yeah. So it was this. So, but the other thing is that other ticket he got for 66 and a 50, that body cam footage is out there.
Ooh.
Isn't that hilarious? This traffic stop ultimately cost him his job.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Right.
That's right.
If you think about it, that and a potato with a Santa hat on showing up in Zoom court.
But did the principal watch the body cam footage and realize what kind of a retard they had teaching children music?
No, I think they knew when they got there. You know, I think they were locked in at that point.
He does not know how to pay a ticket, Your Honor.
Yeah, and I was gonna say like registration, renewing your license, like so much stuff is available online and has never been easier to do than now. And this guy is just, a moron.
Well, like Anthony said, it's what you've done he's done it for 40 years.
Yeah.
He's been driving for 40 years. How can you not? It becomes instinctual. Maybe you said that Anthony, at some point where it's coming up. I know it has to be coming up. I haven't paid it in a while.
And like Shuli said, the online, it's, we used to, let me tell you the old days, kids. We used to have to go to DMV and renew it, get on that godforsaken line, stand in front of some disgusting bitch that would take forever to do something. Nothing was done online. There was no online. Yep. So, for this guy to not do what needs to be done to get the proper documentation for his car in 2025, 2024 at the time, that's just sheer laziness and incompetence.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
If you're just tuning in, if you're one of the new 1,500 plus in here tonight, thank you. Hit like, hit subscribe. We're joined by Mike Willever, 30-year law enforcement veteran, federal agent. He's got a channel and a podcast, Active Self-Protection on YouTube. It's fantastic. Support the man. He's a fan of ours, and we're a fan of his. And Frog has like a man crush on him, so that's the other thing we love about it.
It's awesome. The street temperature challenge.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. By the way, I do write. I write a lot of those for the record. I like the unheralded comedy writer behind the scenes. So John says
I love the
funny,
videos, man. They're fantastic. And educational, really educational. A lot of people have no idea what self-defense is or how quickly it can change in what's going on at the moment from, yes, this would be self-defense. No, that is no longer self-defense.
Oh, whoops, you've committed a felony, unfortunately. Sorry. Yeah. You were doing so good right until you shot that guy in the back as he was leaving.
Right.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah. All right, let's close this out. And then we got a ton of people that are gifted and super chat. We'll get to everybody. I apologize, but Mike's got limited for time and I wanted his take on this. So.
Real quick, I saw Detroit Mike said his mommy took care of everything, then Susanner did. And,
yes.
Yes. And that's what, during a divorce, a lot of times the women will have a problem with this kind of stuff because the guy took care of all the bills and all this kind of, but it's the opposite. He was being taken care of, so now he's out for everything, for the electric bills, for everything.
He's lost, and he needs a booster seat or something in that car.
By getting registered in Florida within the 30 days and bring it to the DMV, and then you pay a court cost is all. Or option number 5 is the electric court hearing. Court cost is like $10.
Oh, okay. So I just got to get everything done within 30 days. Then take this, and then I just have to pay.
You gotta get.
Will you go with me?
I like you.
Will you be there?
Yeah.
The registration done way before then.
Yes. So I got to go there and get the registration, and then take it. And then
top in his head, just let this end, please, dear sweet baby Jesus, let this end. Yes, go take care of it. Yes.
I'm not a cop, Mike, so maybe this is bad etiquette, but could he just tase him to get him to stop talking and then just leave?
Now that I'm retired, my position on sort of discretionary tasings and OC spraying is much more liberal than it once was. Just take an OC grenade, pull it in, roll your window up, sir, and just toss it in there and bail.
Walk away in slow-mo like a badass. Love it.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Was Simulus graphics? He's prolonging it so he gets recognized.
Oh God, you think that's it?
Yeah.
$10.
Correct.
All right, thank you.
All right, good luck. Drive safe. Make sure we do the speed limit. Speed limit is 40 miles an hour, not 55 that you were doing.
I thought it was a 45 or 40.
Oh, I thought it was.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
What is he doing? Because I think the sign said.
I'm in Mensa,
Yeah, his head's like you got his voice in his head's like you got him on the ropes. Don't let him off.
Yeah.
He's walking away. Just shut up.
Whatnot, Chaser.
25 or 40?
This here is 40.
Oh, okay.
So you're new. Well, not new because you've been here for at least 6 months that I know of.
No.
So, all right, let me talk.
I just worked in July.
Well, you got.
Now,
Holy shit.
Mike, now it really sounds like he's not having fun. This cop.
No, he wanted this to be over 10 minutes ago, and it was only the sheer. Well, never mind.
Yeah,
it couldn't get over fast enough for him.
He's got the hand on the holster at this point.
Listen, it's given Mike PTSD. Mike starts scratching his head. He's like, Mike's got to hit something here in a second. You got to pop a few rounds off after this, man.
So when I go back out on this road, should I go 70 or should I go 30?
So should I pay this ticket, officer, or should I talk my way out of it? Yeah,
Right.
Track one.
This is one of those episodes where after this, the cop has to be at the bar doing a shot, punched over the bar, second guessing his career choice.
Oh, God.
You have no idea how accurate that is, by the way, Anthony. You have no idea how accurate that
No
is.
doubt.
Yeah. Bartender's like, tough day, Clancy. Yeah.
Yeah.
His wife's like massaging his shoulders, going, "You're a good man. You're a good man."
He doesn't know how close he came today, honey. I do.
A ticket in August or in April.
I know, that's why I didn't remember.
So,
like, not everyone.
Listen to me, okay? The roads are 45 miles an hour.
Okay.
This road and that road right over there are 40 miles an hour.
Okay.
There are signs all over that say 40 miles an hour.
Sorry, I wasn't looking. I was on my phone. Whoops. I mean,
Thank you.
What kind of person do you talk to like this? I think we all know. That's 40.
Yeah.
I'll remember because it matches my IQ. Thank you, officer.
What's P again on the stick shift? And what's R? And what's D? Before you go.
Okay?
Yeah.
45 is 45, not 55 either.
Okay.
Stop signs mean
Let me write that down. My paper and pen are in the trunk. Give me a second.
And what he's telling you here is I could have written you for failure to yield a stop sign. I could have written you for 15 or 16 over the speed. I'm just writing you for this, so please let me leave. Please.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He's in a really nice way. He's going, anytime you want to say thank you, go right ahead.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, my Mercedes is an automatic transmission. Speaking of trannies, you know my daughter.
Hey, thanks for watching that clip. We got a bunch more stuff from a bunch of different other shows. So if you want to support us, you want to be a part of what's happening here, subscribe, notify, and get yourself a membership. 2 levels, $5, $10. We got more bonus shows than we know what to do with. So help us out. Get in here.